the cells. It's the actual energy that's the step down capacitor to keep you from being a neutron star. So you would take a whole star and the mitochondria will be a step down capacitor for that star to be sentient in a human body.
Okay, so in other words,
it's the fuel. It's the fuel of life. And that's why the Galactic Council, that's why I told Enlil about the mitochondria. Matter of fact, if you read in Zechariah Extensions about the book of Enki, I forgot what the name of it is. It's like the life of Enki or something, but he talked about in there and knew describing mitochondrial to Enlil.
Right.
And Anu laughed at Enlil because he thought the Y chromosome was superior to the mitochondrial, and that should give him the right to rule Earth. And that's what caused all of the conflict that they say there was a war in heaven, and Michael, which is a title, which is the leader of the military contingent of Nibiru, Michael, went to war with Lucifer is not who they say he is. And they changing the positions because Lucifer is a feminine enlightenment, we call Inanna energy, but they replaced it with what Enlil did. Enlil is the one who rebelled and got cast. Well, he didn't get cast to the earth, he came to the earth. They keep saying, like they call in the Anunnaki in the Bible, Nephala, those who failed. Did none of those angels fall? They all came down here. And the motherfuckers came down here fighting. So the mitochondrial energy, the woman can adjust it in the man to turn his higher consciousness on. But the man will take a lifetime trying to do it on his own.
That's why one of the sayings of now today, all strong men need a strong woman. Because when you really look back at ancient societies, it was the goddesses that was making them niggas gods. It wasn't the gods ordaining them as goddesses. It was the goddesses making them into gods.
Well, that ties back into the writings of Baruch Shango, that he wrote the book, African Woman, the Original Guardian Angel. The women are called kingmakers. If she has a good grasp of herself and her ability to adjust the mitochondria just by being, it's more complicated than that, but to simplify it, she becomes a kingmaker because she turns on and turns up at stages the mitochondrial in her mate. So when the mother picked your mate for you, you thinking that you going wherever you going looking for a woman that you picking her. No, she's not going to pay you any attention unless your mother give her the call through the heart chakra. Some of them is just training and some of them is the real deal. And you won't never know until you wake all the way up, and then you can read the signs that told you who's who and what's what.
So when we going about picking our mates, how would you advise the brothers and sisters of a methodology that may be in line with something that's more, proper to do as improper to do?
The easiest thing to tell them is don't look for her, she'll come find you. And you will know when she finds you because you will feel something that you didn't feel before. I don't look for women, but they find me at the right time. And like I tell them, if you see me sitting across the couch from you, that's not no accident.
What'd you tell her? That ain't no accident.
No, because I don't have a regular conversation. I don't have a regular approach, and I ain't the regular nigga. So if you see yourself sitting across the couch from me, that's some motherfucking high rank shit right there. You a bad motherfucker.
Boy, you hell. Rod Hayes, y'all. Rod Hayes back in the building, giving it up once again. So, all right, so let's go here. Out of all of the years that Pops have been doing all of this, and out of all of the people who have come along the path to be practitioners of the protocols in the Wabu, how many of those in the community are still left that's still aware in this capacity?
I couldn't tell you that answer right there, because I do know this. All of the ones that was living off Baba without his consent, they got an answer for that shit. All the ones who thought they was going to steal the scrolls and write their own version of it and get away with that shit, they got an answer for that shit, but they don't got an answer to me. And Pops might send them to a motherfucker with zero mercy. If he send you to somebody with zero mercy, a dreaded judge, a Judge Dredd, and you did that shit, you might lose your head. Literally. This is the cleanup. All of the dirty motherfuckers has got to get cleaned up.
Damn, that's some gang shit. Like, that's how the brothers in the streets look at it. Remember
Farrakhan did a speech talking to the gangs and told them how the fuck how y'all gonna be the army of the righteous and y'all killing each other?
Right.
Y'all the army of the righteous, the Crips, the Bloods, the Vice Lords, the Blackstones, the GDs, the BDs, the Four Corner Hustlers, the MS-13, the Locos, the Latin Kings, the Latin Counts. Y'all the army of the righteous. That ain't no mistake. That's not by accident. We the tribes, we the clans from the land, on the land, and we didn't even know that we was being turned against each other by foreign forces. Now we know. And this shit ain't working no more. When you see Baba, you're going to see Chapo with him. You're going to see Larry Hoover with him. You're going to see Jeff Ford with him. They all coming. All of the ones that you're going to see people that you thought was dead, they going to be coming with Baba. So all of the ones out there that think that they, we Sabians now, and we don't have to listen to what Pop's saying from in there, he's still writing scrolls, you silly asses.
They said that, some people said that basically that Pop sanctioned the Sabians, but, I've been instructed.
I don't care what they say. The only one can tell me who he sanctions is him. So when he get home, we gonna have this conversation in private in family business. This is a family business thing between the Sabians and the Nuwapian Nation, and the final motherfucking mallet drop with Malachi York. The rest of them can say he sanctioned this and he sanctioned that. All that he said, she said shit go out the window when you got the man in your face.
Yeah.
Because when he asked him, okay, when did I sanction that? Did you got it in writing or did I tell you on the phone? Because if I told you on the phone, the Department of Corrections got it recorded. If I said it in writing, I can tell you if it's my handwriting.
Right. That part.
So that don't have nothing to do with me. I don't have to clean nobody's house up. I just got to tell you who the leader of the house is.
Right.
So all of the dirty Moors, they got to answer Angel Bay, and he not happy.
Ooh.
He been locked up over damn near 50 years like Larry. Ain't now one of them happy. I don't have to clean that shit up. They got the grand governing body of the Moors know exactly what I'm talking about. The dirty Moors is all on file with the grand body from motherfucking the community complaining to the grand body. Who is this grand sheik over here stealing our money? They know. I don't have to clean that shit up. I just had to tell y'all they came in as conquistadors, 32 degree Scottish Rite Freemasons under the Albert Pike motherfucking morals and dogma, and they changed George Washington so that you don't know that the George Washington was the Albert Pike and that they're the same motherfucker, and that's the way they can change the Constitution and move the Constitution. They can move the Constitution from Philadelphia, which was the capital east of the Appalachian Mountains, of that territory, which was separate from everything west of the Appalachians. And then when they crossed the Appalachian Mountains, then they violated the motherfucking ordinances that allowed them to settle on the east coast of the states. When they did that, they've done that under the Louisiana Purchase when they sent Lois and Clark, and Big Ben Bay was their translator, and they sent them across the land to go inspect the castles, and found out we wasn't there because we was all fighting guerrilla wars in the land of the flowers we call Florida. But back then, it was the whole southeastern United States, what we call Georgia, Arkansas, North and South Carolina, and all of that was the land of flowers, but they reduced it to what we could see today as Florida. And the capital down there was Mar-a-Lago, but we don't know none of this shit about our history. So they gonna have to answer to who they got to answer to. I'm just telling y'all who the dirty motherfuckers was.
Word, because that's where I live at. I live in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm originally from Jersey, but I grew up in Brooklyn pad. And I live down here, and Pop's got roots down here. He sent us down here to run the bookstores, and I don't really, deal with a lot of the people that's still in the bookstore. It's different, and I've been instructed not to even speak on it. But, yeah, man, it's been a good session, huh?
Yeah, like I said, that's family business. Baba gonna straighten it out when he get home, and all of the dirty players bend over and kiss your ass goodbye right now. He know who they is.
Yeah.
Look, when Enlil made his move for Earth, you remember they changed the name of Nibiru to Marduk, right?
Right.
Baba was the Marduk sent to claim Nibiru to keep Enlil from sending his kids to sack Nibiru when he attacked the Earth.
Right.
He had his son Marduk. Enlil had a son named Marduk, named after Baba, who he called from minding his own business, doing his God shit somewhere else, because it's his son. He pulled rank on him and said, "We finna take Earth." His Enlil's son Marduk didn't want to be here in the first goddamn place, but because his father got caught up in this light lock and he had to come down here and hold the reins, Baba had to go secure Nibiru. We on Earth knew when Nibiru was secure when they changed the name. Now we can go to war.
Got you. So it's funny. I'm gonna ask you your take on this, because my mother actually gave me the attribute of Messiah Nanorta Naya Al-Mahdi. So could you explain to people who Nanorta was?
I think that's your job.
Well, I know, but I don't. The elders got me on strictly language, so I don't explain doctrine. That's why I call you. I don't teach doctrine. Well, all I teach is the Wabic. That's the instructions and the assignment I've been given, and I'm sticking to it.
So you remember Bobby say when Sananda come, he's gonna tell you what the name means? Right. So it's one of those scenarios. That's something that when you teach the language, it's gonna come up, and you're gonna have to elaborate on it more.
Got you. Well, I know what it means because it's my name. So
I know. And Sananda means divine love.
Yep. So I got about 2 more questions, and I'm gonna let you go because I don't want to tire you out. I know you got a whole day ahead.
I don't get tired until I close my eyes.
Phone up right. I got sisters blowing my phone up right now. I can't log into the chat. If you can log into the chat, we can answer, because I've asked all the questions that they've been asking me, but I don't quite know
what's the YouTube page?
Non-Nation Media. But see, it's hard to get on that page. So what I got to do is I have to actually send you the link. I'm doing it right now. For some reason, when you type in my YouTube page, it doesn't take you right there. All right, I just sent it to you.
Will you send it on
Messenger?
Okay.
Yeah.
I see me, but I don't see the live chat.
Probably I would have to do it from my phone, but I can't. The internet in my neighborhood is out, so all I can do is use my phone.
Hold on, I'm gonna figure it out. Give me 1 second.
Let me hit the sister up and see what she's saying.
I told you I was gonna find it.
You got it?
Okay, which sister are you talking about first?
Sister Rhonda.
Let me see if I can find her comment in here.
It should be Rhonda Williams. I don't know if the other sister, Nefera Bay, I said Bay, I'm sorry, sis, Nefera Ba. She was supposed to be tuning in also, but a lot of the questions came from the sister Rhonda. And she just was calling my phone.
Yeah, I don't see her. I don't see nobody named Rhonda in here.
All right. Well, you gotta. I don't ask most of the questions that they've been talking to me about. So, after I get
Christ the Great Silver Tree is a Q&A time. Yep, Q&A time. Tracy say, interesting about protocols. Was just reading over the protocols out of the Cape Town Convention System and the new territory or the new treaties protocols. Not familiar with them documents she's talking about.
Right. Also, family, I'm gonna drop the brother Cash App in the comment section if y'all want to show the brother some love. Also, we are trying to build this Nuwabian school and get this language out. Y'all heard it loud and clear from the brother Rod Hayes. He said that Nuwapic is where we need to be, and that's why I'm doing my job as ordained and appointed by the fourth elder, brother Love. So y'all,
that's the language we're gonna be moving to on the turnaround. That's gonna be being taught in all education around the world.
And I'm going head first. I'm head first with
you. Yeah, so you're gonna be the one who's gonna be part of writing the curriculum with Baba.
Yeah, I already know. Brother Love already done put me in the game, and
he's a music teacher.
Huh?
He gonna be the music teacher.
Oh yeah, he's nice with it. He done already told me about his skills and ability. Brother Love is a good brother, man. And we will have the brother Love on a live, giving his perspective on Saturday. Some things came up, so we had to move it to Saturday. We were supposed to do it today, but it's going to be Saturday. If all goes well. So I'm gonna ask this. Right now, I'm on the internet, on the social media, and I'm definitely using all the social media outlets. Even though I never really liked it because I have to learn too much about technology. So I've been given, an extensive instruction on how to convey the message through social media. I'm on TikTok. Y'all can subscribe to or follow me on TikTok to learn Nuwabic at Learning Nuwabic with Messiah. On Instagram called Learning Nuwabic. It's learning_Nuwabic. I'm on Facebook as Naya Al-Mahdi. We have the Learning Nuwabia for Beginners group on Facebook, as well as my YouTube channel, Non-Nation Media. But anyways, so basically, I've been reaching a lot of women, basically. Like most of the participants. Matter of fact, another sister just reached out to me yesterday. She wanted to do some private classes in Nuwabic. It seems like more of the sisters are actually coming over to taking the language serious than the men.
Remember earlier when I said that you was asking about the sisters that wanted to study the Nuwapic before they get in, the Nuwabu before they go to Nuwapic, and I said the sisters is once they realize what it is going to be the ones flocking to the language first.
Yep, you definitely said that.
Yeah, so it just ties back in to what was already said. So the women got a women's intuition that's so underrated, and most women neglect it because the system tell them if they listen to their intuition, they crazy. So they ignore their intuition. No, don't ignore that shit. You can save your life and your loved ones by listening to it. And for a wise man, know the difference between when she intuitively telling you something and when she's controllingly telling you something, because they don't mean the same thing.
Give an example.
If you don't know your woman well enough to know when she's giving you something from the intuition, which is pure, unfiltered spirit information, and when she tell it to you, her expression different, her tone is different, her body language is different. You got to learn that language of listening to the woman, because she gonna save your fucking life.
So explain to the brothers a little bit more in depth about that so that they'll be able to assess, because I've also had another brother who's been in the community. He hasn't lived in the community, but he's been a part of the community for some years. And every time he calls me, he's having problems with his mate as far as, her relating to the information and the culture and stuff.
Look, if he's doing his part and she see him as stable and focused on his goals, all of her resistance in her support of him is going to fade. But if he's unstable emotionally and he's unstable about pursuing his goal, she's going to be unstable in her support. She can't support an unstable building.
Absolutely.
He the building. He is the building. All of the men we are the Solomon, the soul of man that the temple was being built for. We the temples. She can't support you. So the women is the ones actually sending the good men to teach the good boys how to be